MCV for U1, Chapter 5, Session 1. In this chapter, we are going to work on the derivatives of two classes of important functions in calculus: exponential and logarithmic functions, and also trigonometric functions. Let's begin with a review of some properties of exponential and trigonometric functions. The graph of b to the power of x, y equals b to the power of x, when b is greater than 1. It is increasing and concave up. The graph of y equals b to the power of x, when b is between 0 and 1, decreasing and concave up. Limit of b to the power of x as x approaches negative infinity is 0 when b is greater than 1, and limit of b to the power of x as x approaches positive infinity is positive infinity. By looking at the graph of b to the power of x, we have these observations. Similarly, limit of log of x, b to the power of x, when b is between 0 and 1 and x approaches infinity is 0. Limit of b to the power of x when x is approaching negative infinity and b is between 0 and 1 is positive infinity. Again, we have this observation from the graph. The inverse of f of x equals b to the power of x is f inverse of x equals log of x base b. Therefore, the graph of log of x base b is the mirror image of the graph of b to the power of x. Limit of log of x as x approaches infinity, when base is b and b is more than 1, is positive infinity. And if b is between 0 and 1, it is negative infinity. Let's go over definition of log one more time. If b to the power of m is n and b is greater than 0, log of n base b is m. Using log, we can find the exponent. B to the power of log of m base b is m. From here we have a to the power of x equals b to the power of log of b to the power of x times log of a base b. Change of base formula. From trigonometry, we have to know the meaning of radian. A radian is measure of an angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc equal to length of the radius of the circle. If this arc length equals to the radius of the circle, then the angle theta is 1 radian. Graph of sine of x in one period and graph of cosine of x in one period. Sine and cosine are periodic and their period is 2 pi. Sine and cosine are always between 1 and negative 1. In function y equals a sine of k times x minus d plus c, absolute value of a is called amplitude and period is 2 pi divided by absolute value of k. C is vertical translation factor, and B is horizontal translation factor. Tangent of x is sine of x divided by cosine of x. Y equals tangent of x is periodic with the period of pi. Its domain is any real numbers except the numbers that make cosine of x equals 0, plus minus pi over 2, plus minus 3 pi over 2, plus minus 5 pi over 2, and so on. And its ranges are real numbers. Some basic identities. Sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x is always 1. 1 plus tan squared of x is secant squared of x, and 1 plus cotangent squared of x is cosecant squared of x. We also need double angle formula. Sine of 2x equals 2 sine of x cosine of x, and cosine of 2x equals cosine squared of x minus sine squared of x. To review these concepts a little bit more, next session we are going to solve question number 1, part B and C, question number 2, part D and F, question number 3, part A and B, question number 5, part G, question number 7, part C, question number 8, part D and F, and question number 10, part A and B. Thanks for watching.